Hey everybody, welcome to week 4. I wanted to just pop in and talk to you a little bit about the assignment that you'll be working on for tonight. I'm going to be asking you to read an essay. It's a student essay by a person named Catherine Dissenhoff. Dissenhoff was a fourth year student at Stanford, so she's writing an essay that is much longer than the one that I'm going to ask you to write, but um, there are some particular reasons why I want you to check out this text. So let's open it up. I'm going here to week 4, and I'm going to open the essay. You'll see it here. It's the very first link on the list. Let's open that up. So this is an essay titled, I'm going to scroll down and get to the very beginning, Sweet Surprise, Visual Rhetoric and the Flawed Message of the Corn Refiner Association's Sweet Surprise Campaign. That's a mouthful, but it's long for a reason, and I hope you'll get a chance to think about that once you've finished reading through the entire essay. So there are 5 reasons I want you to read this essay, and oddly, none of them have to do with the content really of the essay itself. I find her subject to be very interesting, but however interesting Dissenhoff's topic is, it's not the reason why I'm asking you to read this. So I want to just kind of talk to you about the 5 different reasons I'm asking you to read this essay. The first reason is because it is rhetorical analysis. And we have obviously been working with rhetorical terms, and this author is going to be using some of the rhetorical terms that you are now familiar with. She is rhetorically analyzing an ad campaign. The ad campaign is titled Sweet Surprise, and she actually looks at a number of different elements of the campaign to analyze. What is important to note is that she is looking at visual texts. So she's looking at images used by the campaign. She's going to look at some advertisements that are visual texts as well. And she's also going to be analyzing a commercial too. So all of the things that she's analyzing are visual texts, and you will be rhetorically analyzing a visual text as well. You'll get to choose a public service announcement that is also a visual text to analyze. So there's another reason why I'm asking you to read this text. That's because it is an essay. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it's a much longer essay than I'm asking you to write, but this author uses the essay form very effectively. So, one of the things I'm going to be asking you to think about as you read through this essay is not only what it's about and not only how the author rhetorically analyzes images, but also how she is using particular conventions of the essay genre itself, and why you think that those might be useful. Okay, I think that was number 3. Number 4, I want you to read this article essay because the author does a really good job using evidence to support her claims. Now, she uses the kind of evidence that most of you are familiar with. She uses facts and statistics and experts' opinion or experts' ideas, but she's also using something very important that I'm going to ask you to use when you rhetorically analyze a public service announcement. Dissenhoff is using her own observations to support or prove her points. I'm going to be asking you to use your own detailed observations as evidence in your analysis as well. Okay, that was number 4. 5, and I think this is probably pretty important too. This essay is a very good example of why we might practice rhetorical analysis. Of course, I think it's fun, right? I really love looking at texts, images, and trying to figure out all the different ways that the creator of that text is trying to influence me. That's fun. However, it's also pretty important. When you practice rhetorical analysis, you are practicing understanding how an author or reader is trying to persuade you. And you really need to know that because you have to have a way to accurately assess the truth of a rhetor's claims. So, this essay is important for all of those reasons. I just want you to know that actually you have a lot of help with this essay if you need it. Let me just pop back onto our page here and show you. Not only do you have the written text of the essay, but you have some help with that. Because if you would rather listen to this, you can, and you can listen to me read the important pages of that essay. You can also listen to me kind of working through some of the tougher elements of the essay, and just so you could kind of see how I work with a text to puzzle out some of the ideas, even if they're complex ideas. Now, before you read Sweet Surprise, I would like you to take a look at the one of the commercial that Catherine Dissenhoff analyzes. It's right here, and if you're not familiar with this commercial, you might be actually familiar with the Saturday Night Live spoof of this commercial. So if you have a chance, look that up too, because it's kind of funny. So after you've read all the way through this article, I would like you to check your genre and content comprehension. And this is what I mean by that. I'm going to be asking you to answer questions not only about what this author was doing and saying, but about the conventions of the academic essay that she uses as well. So just keep that in mind. If you have any questions, of course, you can email me, and I am happy to Zoom with you or even meet up with you on campus if you want. Okay, enjoy the article and the warmer weather.